Welcome back to the Grown Women's Table. Hey, it's your girl Lori. I hope you guys are having a great day. Y'all, we are talking about Natasha Denona Yucca palette, guys. So what we're going to do in this video is we're going to talk about the shades. We're going to talk about, is it dark girl friendly? I'm going to give you a whole demo of doing this eye look that I got going on right here. And I'm going to let you know if it's something you may want to pick up or maybe you might want to skip. So if you want to know, you know what you need to do, right? Keep on watching. All right, y'all, let's jump into this video. I hope you guys are having a great day. Y'all, we're talking about the new Natasha Denona Yucca palette. I'm gonna let you see the packaging because you know packaging is very important. I love that color. And then of course, you know, they have the little pop out so you can actually pop these out so you can customize them. This palette is $69. It's one of her smaller palettes. But let me show you what it looked like because I'm doing all this talking. Let me show you what it looked like. Okay, you guys, this is the color story for this particular palette. And to me, I call this color story a light, grungy, everyday look palette for my skin tone. Now, if you're lighter than me, it's probably more grungier, but on my skin tone, it's a light grungy look that I feel like you can definitely wear every day. You get the 15 shades. You have 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me show you. You have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of that sparkly foil shades, and then you have your mattes and cream to mattes and all that. Now, y'all, we're going to really just get into this, and I'm going to tell you how I feel and my thoughts. I've had this palette, I know, probably a month. I have worn, as you can see, your girl has been playing and using this palette. So we're just going to jump in because I'm not trying to hold you. Okay, so this palette to me, on my skin tone, like I said earlier, I feel like it's an everyday friendly palette. Because first of all, like, we're going to just look at it. Let's look at her. For me, there's only really one dark shade that I can use for my outer V. So this brown that we have right here, yes, it's brown, but it is like a cool olive brown and it's not that deep on your girl. So really, this could be like a transition shade on me. And then if we go to this shade, this shade right here, let me pull it up so you can see. It looks very dark. It looks very dark in the palette, but in reality, and I'll show you guys some swatches, it is not that dark on me. So for me, that's why I'm saying, now if you're lighter than me, it's going to show up a lot darker, so it'll be more grungier. But for me, it's not going to be that grungy if you're my skin tone. Now, in this palette, I'm going to show you what I use for my lids, what I might use for my outer V, which you already know. And I also, oh guys, I almost forgot to tell you, I did pick up 2 of the liners, but we'll get to that. The colors that I use for my transition mostly is this Valley shade. That shade to me is that's the shade that I pretty much use as a transition, the best transition for me. But I can also use that shade. Yeah, I'm not gonna play myself with them names. I can use this shade as well as either one of these two as a transition color. Now let's talk about these 2 shades right here. To me, and I'll show you the swatches, in this palette, I feel like she could have kept one of these and got rid of one of these and given us a deeper color, a deeper outer V shade. For me personally, because to me, these 2 shades look so much alike. On the lid, there's not much difference, and you're not going to really see a lot of difference with these 2 shades, in my opinion. And you let me know what you think about the swatches. Now, I like a nice light lid. So for me, I could use those colors as lid shades. But as far as for me, I just feel like it's just a waste for me. Now, what would I use outer V wise, it's just this willow shade. That's the only one that I would really use, because I did try to use this brown shade and put it on top of a dark brown liner, because I actually have, let me show y'all. Is this it? Yeah. I actually have this MAC, which is really good. And I use this dark one, and I use that lighter brown one, and then put this shade on top. But you guys, because of the coolness and that green undertone in it, it lightened up the color instead of giving it more depth. So for me, this color is not gonna give me any no real depth. And I tried to pack it on and all that, it still didn't really work. I mean, it's good for a no makeup type of look. I can use it for that. Now the other colors in here, this palette, I'm gonna let you guys see. These two, this is like one is a darker orange and one is to me like a burnished orange. And this one right here is, let me show y'all. Like I don't know, like a mustardy colored yellow. Those are two of my favorite shades out of this palette. I love those shades on the lid, like right in the lid area, and blow it out. Oh my God, absolutely beautiful. And this one right here, I'm gonna swatch this one for you. Y'all, this is a nice little one and done on my lid. Let me show you. You see that? A nice little one and done on the lid, and you can just, go and not do too much of anything else. So I do enjoy that with this palette. Now, as far as all of the sparkly foil colors, I've used them all. Yeah, I've used them all. And my favorite one is this shade right here. And the reason being is because when you look at this palette, all I really get, like for real, are greenish gold, greenish mustard looks for the most part. That's all I'm getting from this palette. But this one shade right here, y'all, it's just beautiful. Let me swatch it. Isn't that pretty? I feel like it's so weird that it's in this palette, like it don't belong. But y'all, that's my favorite. Just put on your lid and just get you a nice little brown, dark brown, or even willow. Willow will look nice with that. Willow does. It'll give it that outer depth that it needs, but that really is my favorite shade. Now, do I feel like this is dark girl friendly? Let me say this. This is something I don't know if I say this a lot, but I do say this. I feel like every eyeshadow palette may not be meant for your skin tone. And there's nothing wrong with that, if the brand is an inclusive brand. I feel like Natasha Denona is an inclusive brand. She has something for everybody, all skin tones. So for me, even though I would love to have had a couple of more, I would love for that to be deeper. And especially even if she didn't deepen up this shade, if that brown was deeper, this palette would be perfect for me. You guys know I base a lot of my palettes on if I can get a complete look without having to go outside of the palette. But for me, I do feel like if you're on the lighter shade of brown skin, this is a full, complete palette for you. If you like this color story, then yes, this is for you. My skin tone, I don't feel like this is a complete palette for me because I only have this one deepening shade. But do I like this for my skin tone? I actually really do. I feel like it is really like these colors right here, this and this. Like you guys, I feel like these are great. Go to work, no fuss, no muss. Give you a little bit of a grunge, a little bit of green. Now, you're not going to get a whole bunch of variety, but it's cool for work. This is a cool for work, or if I'm wearing these colors, it's cool for that. So, yeah, I feel like if you're my skin tone, it's usable. But if you're looking for more than this just one outer, deepening shade. And if you have, hold on, where is it at? Give me a minute. All right, if you have the Metropolis palette, this palette right here, I feel like you could get some very similar looks. Now, let me just say this. I do feel like, let me put the two palettes up. I feel like this palette is more cooler and this one is a little warmer. But as you can see, I feel like you could definitely get similar looks. This one just will be a little cooler and this one is definitely a lot warmer. So if you have this palette and you're my skin tone, I don't feel like you really need this palette unless you really, really, really like this color story. Like I enjoyed the color story. I do wish it was some, but that's the good thing about these palettes. If you want to, well, I don't think you can pop these out, but all her other ones, she has dark browns. You could pop one of these out, pop this shade right on out and put you in one of her deeper browns and you could be good to go. And you could have that workable grungy look, if that makes sense, if you're my skin tone. All right, so those are my feelings when it really comes to this palette. I really do like it. And I'm glad that I have it in my collection. Now, y'all, let me tell you what the star of this drop was for your girl. These liners, these eyeliners, baby. Let me tell y'all. I'm going to show you me trying to get these liners off. But let me pull you in just so you can see a little bit. Do you see this shade right here? Let me tell you why I love this shade, and if you're my skin tone, why you should pick it up. Okay, a lot of times when you want to open your eye, they use a white. And on my skin tone, the white is just too much. It's just way too much. But with this color right here, y'all see that? You can see my eyes are opened up, but it don't look like it's just like, bam, it's smacking you in your face. Like, what is going on here? Why is she looking? No, don't look. White looks crazy on me in my waterline. But this color right here, I adore it. Now, this green, yeah, I have been using, I don't even know if you could tell. Let me see. Because I done sharpened it multiple times. Let's see. No, you can't tell. I have been using this green liner so much. And it's the same color as, it's called Willow. It's the same color as the outer V shade I have on right now. And guys, this is one of the prettiest greens. I'll show you the here. I'll just swatch it again. That is a turquoisey greenish color. So good. It is like a black for me. Like I can put it on, and if I'm doing like a brown, if I'm doing the burnt oranges, of course like the mustard color, of course greens, it looks so good. And when I say they don't budge, they do not budge. I have two of her other liners. Let me see. Okay, I have this one right here. Hold on. This one right here. And the brown. Y'all, Natasha Denona liners are becoming my favorite liners, and I'm loving them so much that I will be picking up. I think 3 of these dropped with this collection, but I know she has a black one as well. Y'all, if you decide you don't want to pick up the palette, definitely try out the liners, because this on our skin tone, if you're my skin tone, do you see that beautiful how it opens up the eye? I love it. And this is just a beautiful green, like hands down, a beautiful green, you guys. So that is it. I'm not gonna keep you guys long. I do want to show you something else. So somebody told me when I was watching, they were saying, oh, it reminds them of Subculture from ABH. And I just want to do a comparison. It kind of does. So now the formula ain't the same, but I'm going to see. Let's put them next to one another. A little bit. I can see where people saying that. A little bit. So if you wanted to know, they kind of, yeah. I still feel like the Subculture one is a little warmer than this one, the Yucca. But anyway, I just wanted to show you guys the comparison of that. Let me know. I hope I answered your questions. Let me know in the comment section. Do you like how I filmed it? Am I giving you the information that you want? You guys wanted me to play around with this palette for a while so I can really give you my thoughts on how I feel about this palette. And that is it. So in the comment section, I want to know, are you planning on picking it up? Have you picked it up? And if you have, what is your favorite color? And have you tried her eyeliners? Let me know. So to all my new subscribers, I see you and I appreciate you. And if you haven't subscribed yet, you know what you need to do, right? Hit that button so that I can save you a seat at the Grown Women's Table. And until the next video, bye-bye.
If you need some advice or looking for an idea, just to get some tips, you can get that right here. This is Lori's life, yeah, this is Lori's life, yeah. Check out Lori's life, yeah, this is Lori's life.